Well, a very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you so much indeed for joining me live here on the stream. It's Tim's a Pilot at twitch.tv. Been away for a while, just had a break in Porto in northwestern Portugal. Lovely time we had as well. But now we're back, ready with a live stream. We're in the Boeing 737 MAX of Ryanair, as you can see here on the ground in Birmingham. Everything has been set up. We're just going to check the FMC quickly, do a few things internally in the cockpit before we leave. We're taking a flight up to Liverpool today. A very short flight, around about 40 minutes in total, so if you bear with me 2 minutes, we'll just go in and do what we need to do in order to get the aircraft configured for departure. Well, we'll just hide these for now because they just get in the way. That's fine. We'll change the display on the PFD. That's all good. Let's turn some of these up. Okay, let's check the FMC very quickly. Initially we'll on the Glurf shield here we will go to 10,000 initial, heading 2,500 feet, 250 knots climb out for departure. VS mode, right, we need flight director on, which it is on. We need auto throttle armed. We need VS mode set, and to climb at 2,500 feet per minute. So our departure today from Birmingham, Echo Golf Bravo Bravo, is from runway 33. It's on an ADME 1 mic departure. So we'll just go down to the FMC very quickly and double check that everything is in the box as it should be. RTE Echo Golf Golf Bravo Bravo to Liverpool Echo Golf Golf Papa 33 to departure. That's all good. Let's check the legs. So it's an ADME 1 mic, isn't it, which is ADMEX. Next page. Make sure there's no flight discontinuities. The arrival into Liverpool today is a Pol 1 Lima for the ILS of 09. So we're looking for Pol. Couple of waypoints in between Wallasey. There it is, Pol and Wallasey on the arrival. That's all good. Excellent stuff. Runway 09 at Liverpool. So everything is in the bag as it should be there. Let's just check. RTE. Init ref. Legs. That's fine. Let's run through them again quickly. Flight level 380, the cruise today. Good stuff, probably won't get up that high. We'll go with 320 and let's see how it's managed. We'll attempt 380, but I can't see us getting up that high as it's such a short flight. So as far as I'm concerned, everything's ready to go here. Okay, just check we've got everything configured for departure. Flaps are set. Okay, ready to go. 3, 2, 1, now thrusters coming in. Real world weather, real time, by the way, guys and girls. And parking brake released. V1. Rotate. Say positive rate. Gears coming up. Autopilot's going in. Autopilot set to command 1. LNAV selected. Speed selected. VS mode selected. As we climb out over Birmingham now, tracking north on the departure of the Eggb 1 Mike. Get them flaps up now. Get 380 in the box to get up to the cruise as soon as we can. Flight level 380 selected and running. BS mode selected, making sure we're at 2,500 feet per minute. Up a bit faster actually, and as we are coming up to 5,000 feet now, some low-lying cloud here, not too bad at all. Nice day for flying, lovely weather. Let's see what it's like on the way into Liverpool, but shouldn't be too bad. Let's increase our speed now. It's 190 knots. Coming through 8,000 feet, almost at 10 now. No speed restrictions at the moment below 10,000 feet, so we can take that speed up a little bit earlier than normal. That should help us in the ascent to get up to flight level 380. Just check the map. There we are with our turn. That's Birmingham, and we are tracking currently south east to Eggb, which is the Eggb 1 Mike departure. And with the number of turns, we're heading out then northeast to Pippin, and then a northwesterly turn over Nottingham and Leicester, then to the Embor VOR, Exapos, Bolby, Ulsax. It's kind of to the north of Manchester, heading up towards Bolton area, and then the Pol arrival into Liverpool. Then tracking southwesterly to the Wallasey VOR, coming out, and then down across the Wirral over Widnes and making a turn down over the Runcorn Bridge for in fact no, it's not, sorry, it's the opposite. It's runway 09 today for a change, so yeah, down and directly into 09 across the River Mersey for runway 09 for the ILS today. That obviously is in case we have a missed approach. That's the go around procedure. So that's the flight in detail today, as we make numerous turns on our way to Liverpool. Heading direct Pippin now, 052 degrees at 22 knots, 22 nautical miles inbound. Current time is 10:39 AM with an 11 knots crosswind. Sorry, I'm half asleep here guys, it's been a few days away. 11 knots wind from left to right off the back of the aircraft, so that's pushing us forward nicely, and 360 miles per hour on the ground speed. Passing through 14,000 now for 380. Very nice clear day. We have an aircraft at our 12 o'clock position, much higher than us, no issue whatsoever. See if we can ascend any faster than that. Seems to be taking its time. 18,000 feet. Current speed 290. Let's just increase our rate of ascent ever so slightly. Bring that up at 3,000 feet per minute. Just increase the speed again. 310 knots. Heading direct pip in, 6 nautical miles inbound, then we'll be making a left turn at Nottingham and heading over Leicester. So we'll keep our eye out now for that left hand turn. We are 4 nautical miles away. Stick with the captain's view off the nose of the aircraft. Very relaxing view, very it's quite ASMR really, and thoroughly relaxing. There is our left turn now as we are directly over Nottingham, heading towards Leicester now on a northwesterly track. Should be coming through 20,000 feet now for our cruise of 380. Yeah, there we are at Pippin, heading direct Leicester now. Aircraft there has just gone above 30,000 feet directly off the nose. You can see the contrails just kicking in at the top of the screen now as we make subtle adjustments, start heading direct Leicester. And you can see that we're on exactly the same track as that aircraft above us, although a lot lower down. They'll be passing through 30,000 feet now and still climbing. A quick spin through the views. Got the nose cam, cockpit cam, left wing engine, right wing engine, left wing flaps, right wing flaps, underbelly, undercarriage and the gear view, nose cam and the captain's view, and at 0 for the FMC and PFD primary flight display. Currently passing through 29,000, just into 30,000 feet now, heading up to our cruise of flight level 380, 285 on the knots, heading direct Emborg now on a track of 328, 6.6 nautical miles inbound. Current time is just coming up to 11:15 in the morning, local time, and a subtle wind from left to right causing us no problems at all at 9 knots and a ground speed of 438 miles per hour. Making good progress up to Liverpool today from Birmingham. Thank you very much indeed for joining us here live on the stream at Jetstream TV with Tim's the Pilot, Twitch.tv live and Jetstream TV on YouTube. So they're not much higher than us now, that aircraft on the left hand side. We just glance over from the pilot's view. There they are. just going to maintain visual separation from them to make sure we don't get too close. Okay, just going to check the map quickly and the FMC just to see where we need to start descending. Currently heading direct Exapos, flight level 380 as you can see there on the FMC. We'll just zoom in just a little bit while I explain where we need to be and at what point. So there we are guys, that's our legs, heading direct Exapos at the minute on a track of 328, 92 nautical miles. That's the distance on the route so far, so 92 nautical miles done. Flight level 380 with a cruise speed of 300 knots. 380 by Bolby, that'll be at the 105 nautical mile stage of the flight today, and then at 114 nautical miles we'll be at Ulsax with a flight level of 362. So we're starting to begin the descent just after Bolby. At flight level 362, which is obviously 36,200 feet at Ulsax, 3,190 feet by Pol, which is the arrival into Liverpool. We're on a Pol 1 Lima arrival today onto ILS runway 09 because of the wind direction, and then onto Wallasey at 14,000 feet. So a nice easy managed descent from 380. We'll just keep our eye on that, and just after Bolby we'll put it into the descent and we'll take it down to 30,000 feet on reaching by Pol, which is the arrival, the Pol 1 Lima, and then we'll manage the descent further on our way up to Liverpool. How many miles do we have to run now for Bolby? Saxapos, 6.9 nautical miles inbound, then we're making a continuous track for Bolby. Check the FMC again. 5 nautical miles, so around about 20 nautical miles after Saxapos, Bolby will be making our descent down to 30,000 initially for Pol. Lovely day for flying, just some low lying cloud there. Shouldn't be too much of an issue on the arrival into Liverpool. In fact, it's looking quite clear off to the northwest there, so we should get a very nice arrival into Liverpool with some good views today. So weather's no issue at all. Very, very low lying cloud, very clear views all the way down for the descent. We're going to start the descent now down to Pol. We're on the Pol 1 Mike, I think, arrival today into Liverpool. Bear with me a minute guys, just checking the notes. Pol 1 Lima, sorry, a Pol 1 Lima ILS to 09 at Liverpool. Currently at 380, and in the next 5 minutes or so we're going to begin our descent. Initially to 30,000 feet from 380. see where we are now. Yeah, heading direct Ulsax now at 7 nautical miles inbound. Just check the FMC Ulsax. We need to be at flight level 360, so we can begin our descent now. 380, we want to be coming down to 30,000 feet, and 360 on reaching Ulsax, which is only 5 nautical miles away, so we need to start getting it down fast. Get down to 30,000 feet initially. 30,000 set and running. VS mode will bring that down on the minus, and it's about 2,000 feet per minute should do us initially. Just make sure that nose is dipping. Yes, curling the altitude off right now. 11 nautical miles inbound to Pol, which is our arrival, the Pol 1 Lima. Yeah, we're coming down, that's fine, that's all good. Let's just increase the ND range ever so slightly. There we go, we can see our track a bit better now. Left hand turn at Pol coming up. And then we need to be at Pol 310 at Pol, which probably won't be achievable because we're nearly there. 6 nautical miles inbound, coming down through the levels, currently at 36,000, hitting some bump here at the moment, quite turbulence on the way down. We'll just increase our rate of descent now to get us down to 310 by Pol. We'll come down pretty rapid at that 3,500 feet per minute. That should get us down a bit quicker. The nose of the aircraft dipping now. There is our left turn at Pol. Just check the FMC. Okay, Wallasey next, 14,000 feet, and that is approximately 42 nautical miles away, so next stop 14,000, so we'll just change that on the overhead. It's very bumpy actually, we're getting thrown around here in this turn from Pol right now as we enter the arrival, the Pol 1 Lima. 29,000 feet, bringing that down to 14,000 now on the managed descent. 14,000 feet set and running. Just make sure the VS is doing what it should be doing. Continue that descent at 3,500 feet per minute. That should get us down nicely. We've got about 40 nautical miles, 38 nautical miles to run now. Down to Wallasey. And it is a bit bumpy. We'll just shave some of that speed off a bit. Maybe that's why we're flying about left to right. Mach number is on. We'll just modify that. 350 nautical miles, 350 knots obviously. We'll just bring that back a bit now. Just giving us a bit of bump. Bring that down to 2. There we go. It's just taking the edge off now. Just get some speed brakes in actually. See if that helps us on the way down. Well, they came up quick, didn't they? That takes some of the chop out of it. Slow that down a bit. It's quite turbulent. We're getting rocked around here on the way down, guys. Quite bumpy. Get the seatbelt signs on, make sure the passengers get back to the seats as we are descending now direct to Wallasey. And there is Liverpool off to our right hand side, guys. That's our descent, that's our destination. We're just currently descending over, looks to me like the Chester area, and then heading out over the Wirral for the Wallasey VOR. 25 nautical miles now inbound. Wallasey currently at 25,000 feet, still descending. We need to be at 14,000 by Wallasey. So we're just going to increase our rate of descent again ever so slightly. Just pitch that nose of the aircraft down. looking to shave off 10,000 feet in 23 nautical miles, which is doable. Check the FMC again. So next up, Wallasey, 14,200 feet on reaching. After that we need to be at 4,000 feet, so we'll manage the descent at, we'll get to Wallasey at 14,000, then we'll bring it down to 2,500 feet for the arrival. That should be easily manageable. Make sure we're still descending 22,000 feet, 19 nautical miles inbound Wallasey. We'll be at 14,000 feet, no problem at all. You can see our track there as well on the way in. And there you can see the North Wales coast directly ahead off the nose of the aircraft. Subtle adjustments there on the autopilot just to keep us heading direct to Wallasey now. So we're just to the north of Liverpool, sorry, just getting my bearings completely mixed up. The city of Liverpool is just off the nose of the aircraft now, and the Docklands to the west of the city. That is the Wirral Peninsula directly ahead, just after the River Mersey that you can see there. You can just see here off the nose of the aircraft, that is New Brighton and the lighthouse, just here. There is Liverpool city centre itself and the docks. You can see the football stadia. That is Anfield and Goodison Park, the old Everton ground, just off the nose of the aircraft now. And the Docklands, the Albert Dock in Liverpool here beneath us. Just go to the nose cam view, actually you'll be able to see that a lot better. We'll just dip the camera so you can see there is the nose of the aircraft. Anfield and Goodison Park, you can see the blue for Everton and the red for Liverpool there. There's the city centre itself of Liverpool. And the airport off over to the left hand side where we'll be landing today on 09. There is the lighthouse at New Brighton. That's the lighthouse right there. Just take this back so we can get the view properly for the arrival. And at Wallasey we need to be at 14,000 feet, which then we'll be making a left hand turn, I would imagine. It's a little bit of information for you on the way in there and some of the landmarks on the ground in Liverpool. Not too far from Wallasey now, we are over the Wirral Peninsula. There you can see our track on the map. So we're heading direct Wallasey now, then we'll be making a right hand turn out over the Irish Sea, tracking back Romeo 296 Hotel, Romeo 268, Romeo 239 Golf, and then back in directly down for the ILS runway 09 at Liverpool. A right hand turn any second now guys, and we are 12 nautical miles inbound, Romeo 296 Hotel, 14,000 feet. We will continue our descent now. We need to be going down to 2,500 feet for the arrival, so we'll get that in the box. 14,000 now, we are at 14,000, let's get that down to 2,500 for the arrival. (2,500 feet) set and running, VS mode, just dipping the nose of the aircraft now, and we'll bring that down at, sorry guys, bear with me, 2,500 feet per minute should do us nicely, I think. That should get us where we need to be. We should be making a right turn very shortly, 9 nautical miles, as we head up towards the North Wales coast, and D-side, tracking towards kind of the Rill area and Denbigh, the countryside of North Wales off to our left hand side, and D-side in Chester. make sure we are doing what we should be doing. So we should make a right turn now on reaching Romeo 296 Hotel. And we're at 10,000 feet now, so we need to slow the aircraft to 150 knots as we're below 10,000. Cabin crew 10 minutes to landing, 10 minutes to landing, thank you. Right, making our right turn now, Romeo 296 Hotel. There is our right turn. Coming down to 2,500 feet now for the arrival on ILS 09 at Liverpool. And we continue our banked turn now, tracking back over the Wirral Peninsula directly in for 09 at Liverpool. Should be on the ground within the next. The pilot twitch.tv. Sorry guys, just turn the alarm off there, it's just ruined the stream because I'm recording on my phone. Yeah, you Jetstream TV on YouTube as well, where you can find all of our content. You'll have to forgive that on YouTube, my alarm's just popped up as it's my first day back at work today after a trip to Porto in Portugal. Very gentle right hand turn here now over the Irish Sea. Sun beautifully reflected in the sea below us there off the right hand wing. All the wind farms that there are just off the coast of North Wales and Merseyside and the Wirral Peninsula. Here, coming through them cloud layers now, not too thick at all, quite hazy, not dense clouded anyway, so it won't affect our approach and the views that we can have on the way into Liverpool. So let's increase the ND range on that now. So that is our track, and then we once we turn right, we'll continue turning right. Romeo 296 Hotel, Romeo 296 Golf, Romeo 268, and then at Romeo 239 we will be making a left hand turn which will turn us directly for the runway 09, the ILS approach, and we'll track straight in over the Wirral Peninsula to, sorry, Romeo 239 Golf, couldn't see that because it was distorted. So right hand turn still now, and then about to make a subtle left hand turn as we track straight down for the runway. Wirral Peninsula directly ahead. Start to make a left hand turn very shortly. (2,500 feet now where we need to be. Excellent stuff. And just need to get the aircraft configured for our final approach and landing, ladies and gentlemen. 2500, scene set and running. We're tracking back towards the North Wales coast there in D-side, and then we'll be flicking left any minute now, taking us straight down over the Wirral Peninsula. Well, there is the opening to the River Mersey off to the left-hand side, and then the coast of Liverpool heading up the northwestern coast of the UK with Crosby, Formby, etc. Then you've got further beyond that Blackpool just off the left-hand wing there. To give you some geography on the way in, just so that you know exactly where we're at. There's a subtle left-hand turn now as we track back towards the Wirral Peninsula. Views down the North Wales Northern Peninsula as we keep making a subtle turn left back towards the Wirral Peninsula, but that's kind of the countryside, and the high ground you can see there is off towards Denbigh. And here we are now. Just going to get some flaps in to help slow the aircraft. I'll bring the airspeed down to 160 knots. I'll get some flaps in now. You see the shadow of the aircraft on the ocean just at the bottom of the screen. Liverpool Airport dead ahead. We have visuals on 09 at John Lennon Airport. Gears coming down. Locked into position and ready for landing. Let's get the remainder of them flaps in now. Fully configured for landing. There is the runway off in the distance. Nose of the aircraft dipping ever so slightly now, picking up the ILS. A few subtle adjustments from the autopilot there. Wonderful views, very nice clear day, perfect weather for flying. Okay, the autopilot's coming out very soon. I'll be hand flying the aircraft manually. Auto throttle off and autopilot disengaged. I have control. Cabin crew, seats for landing please. Seats for landing, thank you. Just bringing back the throttles ever so slightly now. Maintaining visuals on the runway ahead. Just make sure we've got no issues with the autopilot kicking in or the auto throttle. That's all good. I have full control. A little bit high, just bring the nose down a bit. Throttles to idle. Little bit of bump on the way in here, but not an issue at all, nice and clear. One thousand checked. little bit of wind, some wind shear coming in, 500 checked. Decision height, decision is to land, continue.
400.
400 feet.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
And on the ground with a couple of bounces, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's just get the brakes on there. There we are. Yes, that's all well and good, and we'll vacate to the left now. And there we are, guys. We have landed safely at Liverpool's John Lennon Airport, and we'll track back left here now towards the terminal building. Make sure them brakes are off. Why have we got no thrust? Why is there no thrust? Oh god, the reversers are in. Why are the reversers in? Well, for some reason again we've got bugs, guys. I'm just going to put the brakes in there. See, the reversers are in, and I've not put them on, so we've got that issue with the co-pilot doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing here again, which is a bug on the aircraft. Flight assistant, don't want any help with any of that. Anti-stall protection. Anyway. Anyway, guys, welcome to Liverpool. Hope you've enjoyed the flight. We'll leave it there as I'm in a mad rush for work. Thank you so much indeed for joining us here at Jetstream TV. Enjoy it on YouTube, and we'll see you for the next live stream. It's Tim as a pilot signing off. Thanks once again for your company. We'll see you on the next flight. Cheers.